so much, so filling, that I couldn't possibly finish it. But I thought of an idea. I have this little takeout tray that I had the veggies in, and we'll see if that will hold out till morning. Maybe I can eat it in the morning or for lunch tomorrow. Because it's just so full of meat. It's so filling. And all the vegetables and everything. So we're going to put that in a takeout tray like that. And don't have any refrigeration, but we can try to save that. Okay, well, finally settled down. Let's make sure you can see a bit of the fire there. Probably not an awesome shot, but you can hear me anyway. Fire's picking up. So we've got our meal in, did a little cleanup. And now I'm sitting by the fire, enjoying a little bit of fire. And I guess now's a good time to tell you that story, Jim, about the garlic and herb seasoning. So I was looking for just like a shaker seasoning, like a shaker powder seasoning that I can put on meat and put on barbecues and put on stuff I cook. That was just sort of an all-round blend. So I picked up that stuff you saw, that garlic and herb seasoning. Well, I didn't really, I've never had one before, so I didn't operate it properly, and I didn't realize there was a part of the flip top lid that's separate from the main lid. So I thought you just unscrew it and it had the holes in it and you could shake it on. So I was making a burrito and I opened it and shook it onto the burrito, and almost a third of the jar came out and went all over my burrito ingredients. So it was just completely covered in this garlic herb seasoning. I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to throw the burrito away. So what I did is I kind of took it over to the sink and I blew it off like as much as I could, but it was still completely covered. It looked like shake and bake. And then I rolled up the burrito and I ate it all anyway. And it was super, super garlic and herby, like you wouldn't believe. So that's all fine. Then I went to take the dog for a walk, and after eating this, and I was just like so garliced out, it was just like, oh my God, what have I done? I just consumed so much garlic and herb, and I could literally feel it coursing through my veins. I was like, I could feel all that garlic was just like, it was like a garlic body stone. And it was just, it was incredible. It was just all through my body. I could just feel this garlic through my whole body. Now, I didn't get sick or anything like that. It was fine. But boy, nobody wanted to come near me for the next couple of days, because no matter how much I drank or brushed my teeth or whatever, my breath just smelled like garlic from 3 feet away. And then I, you know, like I say, don't mean to get too graphic, but going to the bathroom, my poop smelled like garlic. The whole bathroom smelled like garlic when I was done. It was just, everything was garlic coming out of me. I was sweating garlic. It was crazy. I had consumed so much of this powder. But then I noticed, we went on a little camping trip the next day after all this incident. And so finally the whole garlickiness kind of settled down, and you know, things were getting back to normal, and I wasn't smelling so bad, and I wasn't so garliced out. And then I went out to play with the kids and for 3 days, and I noticed that I was like incredibly agile and awake, and just feeling more alert and energetic and awake than I had felt in a long time. And I was going out in the water with them, and there were big waves that day, and we were jumping off the waves in the water and body surfing and yelling and hooting like I was like a 10-year-old boy. It was amazing. And that lasted for a couple of days until I got back to sort of the normal me, which is just sort of a little more laid back and not quite so, you know, eager to jump around like that. But I am wondering if it had something to do with that whole garlic herb cleansing. It's like maybe it just gave my body this severe cleansing, detoxing, and I was like, you know, literally cleaned right out, and it just freshened right out, you know, what they call a cleansing. And I'm just wondering if it's that stuff did it. So, you know, I give credit to that stuff if that's what it is, you know, because I can't just chew garlic cloves every day and stuff like that. It just, you know, it's just too much. So keep in mind when you consume stuff like that, you know, there is stuff that's really good for you, and when you least expect it. So that's the story behind. So I'm going to call it my magic garlic and herb stuff. So I put a bit in my meal tonight, but certainly nothing like that day. I just sprinkle a little in, and it's pretty potent because I could smell it going all the way through I could taste it, and I could still smell it even with just a light sprinkle in that whole stir fry I made. So that's pretty interesting. Anyway, here's to you, Jim. And oh, I must apologize, I forgot to mention to everybody the name of your YouTube channel. It's not Jim, of course. It is Old Guy on a Bike. And I think that's why I liked Old Guy on a Bike, because I'm bald guy on a bike. Bald and biking, and Old Guy on a Bike. I mean, what a pair we'd make, Jim. I tell you, if I ever come out east one time, maybe we'll hook up and we'll go for a ride together. Maybe we'll do a camping trip or something. But Old Guy on a Bike, here's to you. Now, another thing you like to do, Old Guy on a Bike, is you like to have a little bourbon by the fire after everything's all settled out. So I did the next best thing, and you probably can't see it here, but this is my little whiskey flask. I take this on every of the camping trips like this that I do, but I rarely drink it because usually by the time I'm done everything, I just want to go pass out. But tonight I'm going to have a shot in honor of Jim, the old guy on a bike, who's sitting here and motorcycle camping with me, just like he was sitting right beside me. So this is the way we're going to do it, Jim. It's going to be online motorcycle camping, virtual get-togethers, because that's just the way the world's gone these days. So here's to you, Jim. Wow. Not much of a bourbon man. I find bourbon's too strong, but I don't mind a shot of whiskey or some scotch. That's okay. It's about as strong as I get. So I'm just going to sit here and enjoy my fire and settle down. I've got things mostly cleaned up here. I'm working on my third bag of wood already. I knew there was going to be some wood consumption, especially when you're cooking and that. But it's a nice little fire, and I guess I'm going to have to make a run up there tomorrow and get another 3 bags if I expect to do this tomorrow. And we'll just see what tomorrow brings. There isn't really anywhere to go around here. It's just about the camping, I guess. But it's a nice site. These are actually really nice sites in this loop. I took a quick walk around the loop. You know, nice, private, flat, grassy sites. Some of them are a little close together, but you do get privacy from your neighbors. And it's pretty nice that way, but it's non-hydro, and there's no amenities around. There's no trails or anything like that. You just come here to camp. And that's fine if that's all you want. So here we go. I'm going to call it a night for the video, and I'm just going to enjoy my fire. I'm going to have a couple more snorts of whiskey here, veg out, maybe play with my phone a bit, and then we're going to hit the sack.